and the Attorney General this week here. That meeting never happened for whatever reasons. You owe it to us as a parliament that you should have come back to us to explain to us why the meeting never took place and when it's going to take place. Because in under 2 weeks, without necessarily preempting debate, this House is adjourning for a long recess. So we are facing a serious threat to the future of our own children. I heard Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah say that he's not sure how the children will report to school on 23rd of January. Mr. Speaker, children will not only have problems reporting on 23rd January to school. There are some of them who have spent a whole third term at home. Mr. Speaker, they are children of poor Kenyans who have spent the whole of this third term at home on account of lack of school fees, which was previously being catered for by the NGCDF. They are facing a situation where they will again not report to school for the first time on 23rd of January. So this is a serious matter, Mr. Speaker. And I suppose and I hope that this House will come up with a solution to address the immediate problem which we are facing, even as we address the long-term problem by entrenching the NGCDF and these other funds in the Constitution. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support.
Very well, Leader of Minority. Let's have Honorable Junet.
I'll be very short. Mr. Speaker, first I want to thank the Leader of Majority for bringing this important motion so that we can dispense off with this issue of the CDF. Mr. Speaker, this issue of CDF has been occurring as a problem in all the parliaments that I served. Last parliament, Mr. Speaker, we've been having a problem with the issue of CDF. The other parliament, we also had an issue with CDF. And Mr. Speaker, the parliament has made attempts several times to align the CDF with the Constitution, especially after the new Constitution. Attempts were made, and this parliament passed laws that they thought and they believed that CDF now is aligned with the new Constitution. But Mr. Speaker, for strange reasons, I call them strange, very strange reasons, the judiciary found that the CDF is unconstitutional. My only worry is this, Mr. Speaker. I don't want Parliament to go to and engage itself in an exercise in futility. What happens in a situation where this committee goes to all the villages in Kenya, collects the relevant information from the people, and then we enact as Parliament an act of Parliament that now makes CDF constitutional. And then the same people go back to court and again declare the same act unconstitutional, Mr. Speaker, because I foresee it happening. Because this war on CDF, the way I see it, is not legal. This war on CDF has got other things. This war, Mr. Speaker, my thoughts are, Mr. Speaker, this war on CDF does not look legal. This war on CDF looks extra legal, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a fund that has benefited many Kenyans. Many parents have taken their children through school, through secondary school and university using CDF. Classrooms were built in many schools. Police stations were constructed, Mr. Speaker. And all those things are on the ground for people to see. So what makes a Kenyan in his own senses, in his normal sense, to go to court so that CDF can be abolished? Mr. Speaker, some of the reasons you'll be given is that, oh, now we have devolution. We don't need CDF. Mr. Speaker, we have been having CDF, devolution now for the last 10 years in this country. What lives have devolution changed, Mr. Speaker? Devolution has only devolved corruption. Kenyans are suffering. People are crying in all counties. No change in the lives of the people. Mr. Speaker, devolution has not changed the life of Kenyans, unless I'm talking about members. I'm sure you'll agree with me.